Of course, this is another one of my presidential videos. In this one, I'm gonna basically talk about how the media and how not just the media, but how propaganda itself is used to control people. I'll give you a few examples. I'll try to put in the description a video that I'm going to mainly be discussing. But before we just get into that, the first thing I want to say is about Native Americans. As president, if I'm elected president in 2020, we will have a national holiday honoring Native American culture, history, and heritage. Not to mention the fact that I plan to do a lot more for Native American rights. Because let's face it, they got screwed over in this country and they deserve to be treated better. And that's one of the first things I will do as president. But anyways, how does the media use manipulation? How is manipulation used to control you? First off, let's start by saying that really mainly I do suggest you look up propaganda, 7 types of propaganda, and even learn how propaganda is used. And there are 3 ways that I've noticed. Actually, I got this from George Collins, and I've noticed it's basically true. They use 3 ways to control you. They know how to do it. They know what to hide. And when I say they, I don't mean the politicians, because they are in the pocket of corporations. But there are 3 things they will hide behind and use to control you. They like to control. They love to work on your emotions and your fears. They'll use the Bible, your children, and the flag. Let's go and get into that real quick. What I mean by children, for example, illegal immigration. They'll tell you, well, look, these children, these poor little children are going to get sent back because they're illegals, their parents were illegals, or their parents were illegals, but they were not illegal. Look, and forget about the fact that their parents broke the law, and it's their parents' fault in the first place to be in this situation. They want to work on your emotions. And of course, those illegal immigrants, their children get free education and everything on your tax dollars. Think about that. They get free education. There's a reason why we have laws, but they know how to use your children. They hide behind the Bible. How many Christians do you hear constantly say, since they took prayer out of school, our country's been this and that, blah, 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 blah. They've never taken prayer out of school. Your kids can still pray in school. What they stopped was that teachers cannot any longer lead the students in prayer. You cannot have a state religion. You cannot. How would you like if you find out, hey, today our Muslim teacher had us pray to Allah? Would you like that? You would not. And that's again hiding behind the Bible. They use other religions. The Muslims want to destroy us. The Muslims are evil and bad. There's over a billion Muslims, 1.5 billion Muslims. Okay, majority of them do not care about you one way or the other. They're just like majority of Christians, okay, or Jews. Majority of them just living their lives. They don't even care. They don't even take their religion seriously. The ones you got to worry about, not just Muslims, but Christians or any group, are those that take their religion seriously. Because if you read these holy books, the Quran, the Bible, or whatever, they're pretty damn nasty. And when I used to go to church, I used to always hear they want to take away our rights. They want to take this away. They want to take that away. I'll tell you something. Even if they made it illegal, I'll still preach. You can send me to jail, but I want to still preach. They're never going to send you to jail. That was the lie when Obama was president. They're going to take away our guns, and they're going to take away our, make preaching on homosexuality illegal, and all. None of that ever happened. We heard all that crap. Now they're doing it with Trump. He's a Nazi. He's a second coming of Hitler and all this stuff. I'm not a big Trump or Obama fan, and I've already mentioned why in other videos. But none of that stuff is going to happen. You remember George Bush, nearing his term, he's going to try to be a dictator. He's going to find a way to stay president for life. Then Obama, they did the same thing. I promise you they'll do the same thing with Trump. I promise you. You remember during the summer, the media told you that Hillary Clinton, the more conservative media told you that Hillary Clinton is going to find a way to mess up the election so she can win. Then also the media, that's impossible. You cannot mess up the election. You can't control the election. And what happened? Trump won. Now they're saying, well, maybe the Russians did this and hacking and all this stuff. you can't trust either side. I wouldn't take either side seriously. And then the final is the flag, patriotism. They know that people are going to be gun-ho for the flag. Let's go to war, yeah, let's turn the entire desert to glass. Let's do this, let's do that. They know how to get you. They have you by the balls. Or by the ovaries. Well, by the balls or by the, well, you know, your breast. But they'll say the ovaries. But anyways, they know how to get you with the flag too. Patriotism. You know, you're not patriot. You're a commie bastard. You're a socialist. You're a Nazi. You're this and you're that. Don't let them control you. And now I'll show you an example. I was watching this video. It was, you know, after the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey, when Trump was going to Texas to give a speech. You know, there were conservatives on one side, you know, Trump supporters on one side, anti-Trump supporters on the other. The police were doing a decent job keeping them separated, which obviously they're going to because Trump is showing up. Otherwise, they would sit on their ass and do nothing. But anyways, this guy from the Alex Jones show, well, I don't take the Alex Jones show seriously because I believe those are the same people that claim that all politicians are aliens and Hillary Clinton was a clone and all that nonsense. But anyways, we're not going to get into that. But this guy interviewing a bunch of leftists. He was asking them a simple question. What is it about Trump that you dislike? What is the purpose of your protest? None of them could answer his question. They got violent. They started yelling, screaming, cussing him. You had this one dumb bitch with the thing making noise. And I think some of them ended up being actually college professors, which should tell you a lot about your college professors at some of your universities, you know, just how low level they are. If they're not in the science, STEM, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, or history, English department, and a few others, you know, I wouldn't really take what they say seriously. When I say a few others, I mean business, you know, economics, stuff like that. I wouldn't take, you know, if they're like women's studies, gender studies, I wouldn't take what they say seriously, okay? It's all their opinions. That's why you have heard them say, you can look it up on the internet, where they have actually called math racist and sexist because you only can have one right answer. And also they don't like science. I said the same thing about science. Like science, you have to have evidence to back up your claims, and they can't stand that. But anyway, he's interviewing these people, and then that's what he's showing on the website, on the YouTube channel. These leftists being rude and nasty, mean and cruel. Every time you see videos of the left, they're violent, cussing, yelling. And this, I'm talking if you watch the right-wing stuff. And the conservatives are sweet and nice. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Well, we're protesting because of this and that. Yes, no. So it gives you the idea that leftists are violent. And yeah, I'll admit, leftists do tend to be more violent than the people on the right. And that is true. You can't deny it. However, if you watch, and I don't have the example of this, any of those videos, but I've seen them on the internet, and you can find them yourself. I may not even show this on there because you can probably find all this. If you want to see the video I'm talking about, just look up leftist fail, you know, protest fail, something like that. I forgot. Alex Jones show. But anyways, oh yeah, the guy also, there's a guy from Antifa there. The guy from Antifa was the only one with a brain, I'll just say that. And he wasn't rude or nasty. But anyways, you'll see other videos where they're interviewing the people on the right. This time, they're using the N-word and cussing. You ain't going to get out of our country. You Jews and this and that, blah, blah, blah. Look at these people on the right. Look at these conservatives. They're so racist and nasty. While the other one, look at these people on the left. They're so racist and nasty. Racist and nasty. Racist and nasty. Always the same argument. Because the people who are in control want to control you by keeping us fighting each other. You know, they're going after white nationalists, but they ignore the black nationalists. Have you went to some of their website? You know, if you want to have a good laugh, go to any racist website. I don't care right or left. They are freaking funny and they say the same damn things. You know, they hate you more than we hate. They hate us more than we hate them. They're trying to exterminate us. They want our women because their women are hideous. Their women will sleep with animals. They're murderers and rapists and this and that. Statistics prove that they are the bad guys and we are good and sweet. And what else do they? There's a whole bunch of anything you hear one group says, the other group says it too. And both the black and the white nationalists hate Jews. What the hell did the Jews do so bad? Seriously. Those poor bastards are a scapegoat for everybody. And listen, I love listening to some of the black nationalists because some of them, they're so hilarious. You know, like the Black Hebrew movement and all those others. To me, they're funny. Those you've never heard, they believe that they had an intergalactic empire. That black folk had an intergalactic empire. They were super advanced, smart, geniuses. They conquered the whole earth, every civilization, and was founded by them. Our founding fathers were black. Everybody, all the great scientists were all black. They were so smart. But white people, we lived in caves and dumb and stuff, because I'm part Iranian. But anyways, you know, white people were dumb and living in caves. But somehow, white people overpowered them. And of course, white people were created by a mad scientist a trillion years ago. Please back that up. And then you got the other side with the white nationalists, stupid. Oh, they got too much testosterone. That's why they're so evil and bad. Their women have more testosterone than white men. It's testosterone. This and that, blah, blah, blah. That's why they're so like this. And they have other excuses like they got a tinier brain and they're this and that. Like, dumbass. Did you ever take a science class? Do you know what testosterone is? It's like when I hear these, feminists, like some of these movies or TV shows, they'll tell them, Mel, you're the only source of testosterone in this house. Dumbass. Women produce testosterone. You may say, well, I'm doing this during a presidential video. I figure, what the hell? But they know how to get your emotions. They know that's the thing that they will tug at the most. They know how to get your emotions. They know how to do it. Those are the three things: the flag, your children, and the Bible. They will nail your ass with those three. They know how to control you. They know how to use propaganda. You read Adolf Hitler's book. He even explains it. How you think got so powerful and disgusting? He knew what to do. I mean, the Nazis were going to liberal areas, knowing that the liberals would attack them. And then, of course, again, the papers, hey, look how violent the liberals are. Look how violent the Jews are. They're controlled by the Jews and all this stuff. And, of course, they got sympathy and became powerful. And he knew how to use propaganda. He mentions in Mein Kampf, during World War I, the Germans, their propaganda told them that the British and the Americans were basically sissies and cowards and run away from, battle. That's what they were told. So when they would fight, they'd find out, but they're not running from us, However, the British and the American propaganda basically called them the Hun. You had this big, ugly guy with a battle axe, blood dripping off of it, big ass nose, and wearing, animal fur and all this. I mean, just wants to kill you. The Germans will just kill you and kill you. So anytime when they have having battle, they notice, well, look at this, they're killing us. So we're going to have to fight harder because they're going to kill us anyways. So they've made the American and British fight harder. That's what they do to separate you. They'll tell you the other side is evil and racist and sexist, homophobic, libtard, communist, this and that. They know how to get you, and don't fall for it. They are lying to you. They'll tell you, they'll make you think this countries are on the brink of another civil war. No, it is not. It's not really as many people as you think even engaging in this crap. And these neo-Nazis and all these group of people, they've been doing this crap for years. It's just now the media wants to focus on it because they want to separate it. Look who controls the media. When the media itself is done and they do their credits, they'll tell you, hey, this is in partnership with this company. We are owned by this company, which is owned by this company. And then look, it's like 6 people that controls all your media. They know how to narrate. I'm not saying, now, I'm not a Trump supporter, but I don't think he's the second coming of Hitler, and I don't think he's the worst president ever. I think that honor goes to Andrew Jackson because of the Trail of Tears. Trump isn't going to take away all your rights. Obama didn't take all your rights, even though people claimed that he was going to. Hillary Clinton, well, she has no chance of being president. But George Bush did. I mean, now you do gotta be careful who's president. I mean, come on, be careful who you elect, please. Sorry about that. But these people know how to get you with propaganda. Be very, very careful. Watch them. Do not trust them. They are lying to you. Now, I'm not saying that all media is fake news, fake news, fake news, fake news, fake news. It's mainly just exaggeration a lot of times, hyperbole. Sometimes they omit certain things. They only give you their own biased news, you know, because they're basically just talking heads. Most of your news people now today are just talking heads. They're just telling you about what they believe, and they want you to believe what they believe, and that's it. They have no original thought in their heads. They're all using talking points and stuff like that. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They just, now I want to tell you what the main reason for all this separation. You think it's something diabolical, like they just want to control the world and everything? Well, it might be a little bit of that, but it's more money. The more we fight, the more money they make. That's why the cops just step back and allow the two groups to fight each other, you know, because they fight. The media reports it. The media makes more money. Those reporters make more money, and they make more money. The police get overtime because they have to go there, but so they're making more money, and they're not exactly having to engage with the rioters usually, unless it's, you know, a politician or something that's going to be there, like Trump or a governor or something like that. Then, of course, they're going to separate the two. Other than that, they're not going to care. They're just going to let the two groups fight and line their pockets with more money at your expense. You're not going to change anybody's minds. You're not changing anybody's ideas. You're not changing anybody, okay? And free speech, it's basically like this. I'll defend what you have to say, even if I don't agree with it. Of course, there was once I'll defend to the death what you have to say, even if I don't like what you say. That's basically what it is. Of course, you got groups today, they want to censor and block anybody they disagree with, you know. YouTube, Google's doing that. That's what's scary, is that these IT companies want to do it. And here's the thing. The more you fight against other people's views, the more their views will get out. You cannot stop or kill an idea. The only thing you can do, however, is make the idea more extreme. You're seeing this in colleges and universities. They kick out anybody they disagree with, and then their views get so extreme that when you listen to them, it's like, these people are hateful, racist, sexist, disgusting people. I know what I just said earlier, but seriously, have you listened to some of these professors? All those people in Texas, they deserve that hurricane. Only a college professor would say such a despicable thing like that. Or, all I want for Christmas is white genocide. Or, how do we kill all these white people? Only a college professor could say something like that and get away with it. Try that on your job, any job, and see how long you last. Please, try it. Because those college professors, because when people only surround themselves with people that think like them and they're unwilling to learn other viewpoints, well, they become too extreme. And, you know, it's like the horseshoe theory again, you know. Right and left, they disagree. The further they go, the further they disagree. Eventually they come back again in agreement. The only difference is they both become violent, nasty, authoritative, and just disgusting people. But anyways, I don't want to make this too long. There's so much I could say, and I really don't want to make this too long. But as you know, I'm running for president in 2020. I know I don't have a chance of winning, but that's fine. Bye.